One of the things that we focused on right away when we were talking about decriminalize nature was to have a broader conversation. At that point in time when we began, we were just looking at Denver and Oregon. And this is when we met in December of 2018 to have this conversation. Our conversation was around, okay, so there's decriminalization of mushrooms happening in Denver, legalization of mushrooms happening in Oregon. What can we do here in Oakland? And so part of that conversation is saying, hey, why are we doing just one material, the one substance? This isn't just about mushrooms. Here in Oakland, California, in the San Francisco Bay Area, we have a lot of different communities. There's an ayahuasca community, there's an iboga community, there's a DMT community, there's mushroom community, there's all these different communities, there's cactus community, there's all these communities out here engaging in these plant practices. So why are we going to just limit to just one material? So we said, let's have a bigger conversation about nature. It's not just about one particular plant or one particular mushroom, but our relationship with nature. What can we learn from nature? We are nature. Why are we criminalized? And so these are the kind of conversations we wanted to have. And I think once we started having that conversation, it opened up a much broader understanding of policy. When we say we want to decriminalize mushrooms, people can say, oh, why? Because you want to get high. Right? But when we say, hey, we're trying to write our relationship with nature, this relationship that our ancestors have had for millennia, all across the world, our ancestors have been engaging in plant and mushroom practices. So why are we just going to limit to one material? That's no different than extractive, taking psilocybin out of the mushrooms. It's like taking this one thing out into this broader perspective. So by having all the different plants and mushrooms together, really allowed us to have this conversation about nature, which then goes into what are we doing to the environment? What are we doing to ourselves? What are the issues around houselessness? What are the issues around, economic reform? What are the issues around, people and their sort of connection to each other? And so by having this conversation about nature, we were able to have a much bigger one.